What is good, guys? Welcome back to another vlog. It's literally down there almost 7 o'clock, bro. You can't even see it, but it's 6:55 right now. It's street sweeping today, so I have to move my car. Also, I couldn't sleep last night. I literally been up since 3 a.m. and I'm so close to just finishing this car. I'm about to just go outside right now and just get to it. All I have to do is do a coolant flush. The battery died, so I don't even know how the battery died, but the battery died, so I have to jump it and then first start today. Let's see what happens. Alright, so story time real quick. Last night, this car was still in the air before I finished putting the fender on. Well, after I finished putting the fender on, I still had the car in the air. So I take the jack stands off and I'm lowering the car touches the ground and rolls back into the street. And I was by myself, so I couldn't really push this shit. So I started adding the oil, and I was about to add the coolant, and then I put the jumper on. Well, I jumped it with my car because for some reason the battery died. I don't know how the battery died, but the battery died. So I was jumping it, and I was getting ready to start it. I didn't really want to start it, but I was like, damn, if I gotta do this shit, I'm gonna have to start it because I can't push this into a driving road myself. But then my neighbor came and saved the day. He helped me push the car in, so we're good on that. So I didn't have to start it last night. But right now, I'm about to put the coolant in and then put my car that's back there on it. I opened the battery last night when I jumped it. I opened the trunk last night when I jumped it as well, just to make sure I could get back into the car to be able to jump it from the battery this time since the terminal's up here. So I just added the coolant and bled it. I'm about to take off the fuel pump. Not really take it off, but just disconnect it real quick. And then get the car to just crank over a few times. Let the oil go everywhere. I'm just going to take these 4 bolts off and then do that. Disconnect it. Start it up without the fuel. Let the oil circulate, and then I'll run it with the fuel after. Alright. First start. You need more juice. I just put my battery in here. Let's start. Bro, why is this thing on? So we have problems. As you can see here, it's tearing back down. There's a coolant leak coming from this hose right here. Oh my gosh, the lighting fucking sucks. There's a coolant leak coming from this plastic hose right here. So I'm waiting for that to come in. I'm gonna change that. The starter decided to take a shit when I was trying to start it, and then I noticed that there was a rattling sound coming from right here, and turns out the Valvetronic is cut. So what would a BMW be without problems, right? So I gotta change the Valvetronic, change the starter and that hose, Bro, give me a break. But besides that, once I change those, it should be good to start, and then we can get this thing out of here. We got Jermaine and Roy over here doing an oil change on the Z01. You having a proud father moment?
Yep.
Roy's doing his first oil change. How does it feel?
This is not my first. Nigga, why y'all lying?
I'm blood clad first. I'll change him.
Nigga lying.
So while I'm down bad, I'm about to upload a video right now. This is the video of us dropping the motor in the car and all that stuff. So I'm about to get to it. It's the next day, but early in the morning, I had taken off the starter. I brought it to this guy who built starters in the South Bronx. He was saying that the starter was trash because it's a Chinese starter and it wouldn't be worth it to rebuild it. So we ended up getting a new starter. I'm about to toss this one in, and then after I toss this in, I'm gonna change the plastic coolant hose. Got the new one in the bag right here. And then after that, I'm gonna do the Valvetronic. The plastic hose is off the car, and I just drain in the coolant right now. Shout out to the previous owner, man. You're the best. Strip bolts, bro. Like, seriously, bro. So we got one strip bolt right there. The camera's probably never gonna focus because camera, right? So yeah, strip bolt number 1 and strip bolt number 2 down there. So yeah, coolant hose is off, starter's back on the car, manifold is back on. Literally, just gotta change this hose. I'm probably gonna put the vice grip on these bolts and take them off, and then after that, I'm gonna put the new hose on. Put back everything over here, and then we're going to Valvetronic, taking this off and all that stuff. Sick, right? So this is the old hose. There's literally a crack right here. But we got the new hose. We're gonna change this. Literally, to take this off, it would be these 2 bolts and then another thing right here. But because the bolts were stripped, I just said, fuck it, let's just crack this shit since we're gonna replace it anyway. It doesn't really matter. And then I could just use the vice grip to take the bolts off. So there's a hose that goes right here. It's literally clip on, like how these clips on right here. So just unclip it, slide it back, hose is off, easy problem. And then same thing for over here. This goes to the coolant tank, the other one goes to the water pump. Same situation, unclip, slide off, and it's out. It took forever to get these stupid ass bolts out. It's a goddamn thing, except for, but we got it out. The new hose is on already. I had to take this coupler off just to get it to wrap around through this whole little situation that BMW got going on over here, but it's on. I'm about to find 2 screws for the holes right there. This screw is good, and it is back going to the heater core, so that's good. So now that that's out the way, now the valve cover has to come off. I'm dreading this. I really didn't want to do this. The whole reason why I put the motor together outside of the car was to avoid taking this goddamn valve cover on, because there's like 3 bolts at the very back of the firewall that you got to get to, and they fucking suck because BMW didn't think to give you room when it came to taking this valve cover off. So sick. But I'm about to take it off right now. See you guys in a bit. I got 2 10mm bolts in there. So that should be good for that coolant pipe hose. This is the old one. This is the new one. I'm about to toss the new one in right now. I might put some assembly lube on it before I put it in. No homo. Yeah. But yeah, I'm about to toss it in and then put everything back together, and then hopefully I can get this thing started today. This thing is finally back together. I'm about to bleed the coolant. Well, actually, I'm about to take the battery from my car to put it in this car. I'm gonna attempt to start my car, take my battery off while it's still going, put this battery on to my car. Hopefully my car can charge that battery, and then this shit starts. I'm not trying to pull this shit apart again and be doomed again, so hopefully everything works out. So we got the coolant bleeding right now. We got my car over there running. Hopefully my car can charge the battery for that thing, for this car, and all will be well. Alright, first start. No way, bro. What is good, guys? It's the next day. I'm about to go to AutoZone to drop this battery off. Hopefully it can get charged and it isn't a dead battery. Hopefully everything works out. If it does get charged and I can get this car started, that means the car will literally leave my crib today, which would be fucking great. But I'll let you guys know what happens when I get to AutoZone. So I just left AutoZone. They said to come back in like an hour or an hour and 30 minutes. I'll probably come back in like the next 2 hours. Hopefully that thing is charged and we can get this car started. So basically, AutoZone told me that I should go kick rocks and burn the battery because that shit is not holding charge and it's basically no good. But we ended up buying a new battery, got the battery in the car. Now we need gas, so waiting for Josh to come back with some gas, and hopefully the car should start. That's the E85.
Yes, sir.
So we got E85 going in the car. The car is pretty much buttoned up. Bumper is back on. Yeah, bad everything.
Ain't got no gas in it.
Yo, it's brick, bro. So yeah, the whole car is put back together. Put the fan in, this little air thing for the filter, the crawl, all of that. Bumper's on, like I said. Hopefully it's a gas situation and she starts.
I mean, now we can assure, the battery's good, the starter's good. I think it was the gas, though. I ain't gonna lie, man. It's always like that.
Oh, we're about to find out.
Yeah, we'll see.
Got some gas in this thing. About to try to fire up again. See what happens. It's the next day again. I'm gonna wash the car real quick and then move it and then wash my car because my car looks crazy, like it's super dirty. So I'm gonna wash both the cars. Then I'm gonna wait for Josh to pull up with the MHD tune. I think we're gonna put it back to 93 so we can run on 93 for a while. The car kind of sounds a little bit funny, but I think there's an exhaust leak, so that might be a thing. And then we didn't like fully get the car to run up to temperature, so I'm gonna do that today. Kind of dial in the whole car, and then hopefully he takes it today, and then I can start working on this next car or my car. We'll see what happens though. I scanned the car. We have a code for the Vano solenoid and the Valvetronic, so I'm guessing maybe the timing is a little bit off. So I'm about to take off the whole manifold, the whole valve cover again. Gonna check the timing, check everything, make sure everything's good. I'm gonna check the eccentric shaft because they say that if the gears is bad, it could cause the car to idle like how it's idling now. So I'm gonna check all of that stuff make sure everything's good, and then go from there. If everything's not good, then I'm probably gonna have to tweak the timing a little bit, and if the eccentric shaft's bad, then I gotta change that. So I'm gonna check everything over, make sure everything's good, and go from there. So I didn't want to bore you guys taking off the valve cover because I've done that shit like 10 times already. It's really annoying. But anyways, I took the valve cover off. I did notice that the timing was off by like 10 degrees. So I just redid the timing, and then I checked the eccentric shaft. The teeth were worn down, which is an issue. And like we just said fuck it anyways and just checked it. We tried to clear the codes. The codes went away for the Vano solenoids and all of that stuff, and there was only one code left. And I'm pretty sure you guys can guess what the code was, the fucking Valtronic shit. So it was definitely the solenoid. We tried to program it, but it wasn't working out. We tried to adapt it to the car, and it pretty much told us to go fall off a rock, fall off a cliff basically. So we got to get a new eccentric shaft, but we're close. We're almost close. Literally one thing left, and the car's gonna run good. We even got the car started, so that's like the best part, I guess you could say. But with that being said, this is the end of the vlog. Like, comment, subscribe. See you guys in the next video. Hopefully this is the last time we'll be seeing the 135. Well, last time we'll be working on the 135. The last thing I want to do is touch that motor again. I just want to see it driving out of my driveway.